The following is a special collaboration between Villager People and Nashvant-garde podcast to bring you an exclusive interview with Riot Grrrl RobinAugust. Recorded live in a barn in East Nashville.
Eastwood Studios, to be exact.
Yeah.
And we have microphones like that are not the same ones we normally use.
That's right. Yeah. Everything is different, but it still somehow feels the same.
We've like pieced together some stuff here to get the recording going. It's pretty cool.
This is my co-host, Andrew Perot. I'm Brennan Sharp, and we are here with RobinAugust and best friend Lily.
And how do you say, is that Sakaris, right?
Yes. Sakaris.
Sakaris,
yes.
Thank you.
All right, this song is called Cannonball. I stare straight at the sun like I wanna go blind, blind, blind. Oh, I couldn't get you to stay, even if I tried. There must be something that could make you want me. Stuck in my head, I'm always losing something. Everyone go on home, there's nothing left to show. Shot like a cannonball and blew them all away. A self-effacing joke, the punchline's getting old, and when the curtains close, there's nowhere to escape. When all the music fades, I love you just the same. The same. You've never felt so alive. You've never been so in touch. I'd trade my beautiful mind for the adrenaline rush. I'll show you just what you are living for. Your shine so bright won't need me anymore. Everyone go on home, there's nothing left to show. Shot like a cannonball and blew them all away. A self-effacing joke, the punchline's getting old, and when the curtains close, there's nowhere to escape. When all the music fades, I love you just the same. The same.
Yeah. So glad you guys are here. Welcome to your own place. How are you?
We are good.
I'm doing good.
I
yeah.
told Lily to come here 20 minutes before 1.
I ate my breakfast in 10 minutes and then came over here.
Yeah, we were having breakfast yesterday we were having brunch at Brown's and Brennan was like, tomorrow and not at the bar because we can't shoot at the bar later in the day.
Yeah.
And then Robin was like, well, we have the studio behind my house.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, Brennan, if I'll be there. If you got it going, let's just do it. I'll be there.
Welcome.
Thank you for being so accommodating.
Thank you.
Yeah, this is quite scenic. It really is.
Yeah, it's really cool. It feels like so Nashville to be here in this clandestine destination.
So what's the history of this barn? Like, how long is
I love this question.
Yeah, go for it. I want to hear all about it.
Okay, so my dad built it in, I think, 99? or 98 or
Wow.
2000.
Okay.
One of them.
One of them.
Yeah.
No, my parents moved here, I think, in 97, 98. They're going to watch this and be like, bro, you're so wrong. That's what I
They're like,
think.
that's so cute.
I know they were here for the tornadoes in the 90s, whatever.
Whoa.
What
That
year
was
it
98. We
98,
just talked
yeah.
about that
98.
yesterday. Yeah.
So that's when they first moved here.
Wow.
My dad actually built this place with his dad.
Wow.
And it's a DIY studio. It's how we made our living growing up. So I kind of just grew up here as a little baby watching people songwrite and record their records.
So you used to help
Wow.
your dad out in the studio and stuff like
when
that?
I was like
Yeah.
2.
Wow. When you were
Whoa.
2.
No, I would never help. I would come out here though dressed in different characters and knock on the door. I would have like wigs and like a different outfit, and my dad would pretend that he actually fell for it. And he'd be like, "Who are you?"
Wow, that's funny.
That's great.
And how did you guys meet? You guys are best friends, right?
Yes, we've been best friends.
Sorry.
Since we were little, we danced together at our other best friend's mom's studio.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Dance East.
Dancing.
Yeah, I used to
Yeah.
dance. I did the whole dance studio life,
Yeah.
Wow.
back in the day.
This I didn't know.
I did tap dance and
No way.
and jazz and tap, and I have a twin brother. We both did it together. I crossed the line at ballet.
Okay.
I did ballet for like a lesson, and I just felt really uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I took a ballet lesson myself. If you can
Was that like for football? Like they made everybody do it?
No, I was a football player, but I was at the Governor's School for the Arts, and they wanted us to learn every discipline.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure.
good, bro.
Yeah.
I feel like men should know how hard ballet is.
Yeah.
sucks.
Yeah.
does suck.
does
We're gonna
suck.
have to put a segment that your mom probably has stored somewhere of you ballet,
No.
just like right in the middle of the edit.
But yeah, we met dancing when we were like 6,
Mhm.
and then we were both homeschooled, and so we put
Oh.
together a fairy club that we were both the leaders of.
Wonderful.
Made forts in our backyard.
Mhm. Made fairy houses. and
Wow.
such.
Very fairy centered friendship.
Yeah.
Did you ever see a fairy?
I did.
Did you?
I did.
She has a story.
Whoa. Let's hear
Oh
it.
yeah, go for it.
Please, let's hear it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Anything mystical, we're open.
Yeah,
to it.
we're open to that. Totally.
Okay. It was May 10th, 2007. I was in my backyard. Wait, no, 2010. I was in my backyard with my friend Gwen Holly, and we were fairy hunting. And we looked down this leaf, and there was a tiny little creature. And we said at the exact same time, "Look, a fairy!" And it turned around and it flew away. And I think, and we both still describe it the same way. To me, it's like, I think children, see like energies in a way that adults can't. Like we kind of, what's the word? Personify them. If that makes any sense.
like reading the vibe of something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and kind of turn it into what we think it is. That's like why I feel like, kids have more ghost stories than adults do, is like they can kind of identify energies and put them in a physical form. That's what I think because of my experience.
Wow.
But we both promised each other that day, we were like, we have to remember that this was real, because we know we're going to grow up and be like, and out believe it. But we were like, no, we have to remember that we saw this.
Wow.
And we
That's
both
awesome.
still remember it, but I don't think like there are actual little like 2-inch creatures everywhere. I think that there's definitely like energy and everything, and that's what we like saw. There's like a mix of
Interpreted in
yeah,
a physical form.
yeah, like a mix of like energy and imagination.
So you saw energy, and you think your mind made it in some sort of small, fairy, human-like form.
I guess I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah.
I mean, we were like 7 or 6, so.
Yeah.
But I remember we both saw it at the same time. So.
Hello, I am RobinAugust. I'm a fan of fairies. Fairies are my favorite thing. Princesses I used to like, but I kind of still do. But I really like fairies. I want to fly like them. I gotta have a point ears like them. But kind of round. I met 6 of them.
Yeah,
Wow.
that sounds like quite the revelation.
That's really cool. I'm glad to know that.
I have a fairy tattooed right here.
Whoa. Is it based on anything that you saw as a 7-year-old?
Well, this is one of my favorite artists, Cecily Mary Barker, and she did all the like fairy illustrations that we were all obsessed with.
Wow.
And you have a fairy too.
I do.
No way.
We have to
Wow. Check that out, folks.
which is coordinating. I'm just taking this off.
Oh, yes.
With our other friend Nora.
Oh,
We all got fairies.
We all got fairies
Oh,
everywhere.
cool.
Oh, so that's the fairy crew. Like, this is
Yeah.
a big thing. Yeah.
Yeah, my friends remember me as the fairy kid. I was really deep into it.
Wow. Have you ever been to Ireland or the Isle of Man? Really? Yeah?
Yes.
Do tell.
Sorry, but I studied abroad in Valencia in 2023, and there's this woman who lives in Northern Ireland, in the Glens of Antrim, and she's a storyteller, and I got to stay with her as long as I like made the beds of her hostel,
Oh,
Nice.
and I heard so many fairy stories, and it was crazy because they talk about fairies there like it's like we talk about God in America. It's just like,
Yeah.
duh.
And it's a lot of
Right.
leprechauns too, right? Isn't that a big lore there?
Probably, yeah. It was like,
Yeah.
but the fairy lore was crazy. And they would have like, it wasn't just like fairy tales. They would have like how it affected their neighborhood and stories from their neighborhoods. So, yeah, it was pretty insane.
That's really cool.
Yeah. I want to bring Lily there very bad.
Oh, yeah, desperately you should go.
I want to go so bad.
That's where my mind went immediately when you said you saw one here. I was surprised. I've not heard of that, but I was telling Andrew that Ireland's the land of the fairies, and then even there's an island in between Ireland and Scotland, the Isle of Man, and they're known there too. And so anyway,
But they're scary there. Like my
It's like
image.
not good or
Yeah.
Yeah.
evil. It's just like neutral. They don't.
yeah,
care what
they're
happens
kind
to
of
you.
tricksters
Fairies or tricksters?
a little
Yeah.
bit.
Well, the
yeah.
leprechauns are kind of the same way, right?
Yeah, they are. They are also, but they're. I don't know. I'm not an expert on this, but I think leprechauns are more preoccupied with gold and possessions.
Yes, they are. Yeah.
So that's kind of where they differ. Besides, also appearance and fairies fly and things like that. So yeah, that's what I know. But I know very little. We'll have to bring on someone that knows much more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sort of
Our next
treat
guest.
them how you want to be treated.
I was watching what Neil Gaiman's
Good omens.
No, what is it? The one about the gods with Odin is the main character.
Oh God, Odin.
I think it was the American Gods.
Oh,
And so in American Gods, there's a leprechaun character. There's actually two, but one of them is a main character, and they're both.
American though.
And that was kind of the joke of the whole thing. Every time a character would meet the leprechaun, they were like, "But you're normal size. You're not short."
Yeah.
I don't know anything about leprechauns.
No,
I don't
she
either.
has a redhead.
But I only know fairy
I
stuff.
once convinced a kid on St. Patrick's Day that I was a leprechaun because I was wearing like elf ears.
Mm-hmm.
She did believe me for a while.
That's good.
It's part of it's being a trickster. It's the part of
Yeah.
the lore.
Maybe
That's
I
it.
am.
Yeah.
Nobody can pinch me.
That's true.
So Lily, you're an artist, right?
Of sorts. My main thing is dance, contemporary dance.
Oh yeah.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, I do like painting and drawing and stamp making and
They make my merch.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay. Cool.
Oh, do you have any merch here by chance? I
In the house.
Yeah.
In the house. My mom can bring some out. But yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
just made
Well, you can shoot her a text if you want. She can bring it while we're doing this. It doesn't matter.
we just made these tote bags that has my face in a strawberry.
Nice.
And Lily, how did you do that?
I just drew that one digitally. That was like randomly for fun. I think we were talking to Elijah and we were just like, what if your face was in a strawberry?
How many people does it take to make her merch?
Normally it's a team of me, RobinAugust, and her mom, just so that we
Yes.
have an assembly line.
Uh-huh.
It's a little baby strawberry that I carved out of linoleum.
Nice.
I roll the ink on to the stamp. I pass it to RobinAugust. She puts it on the shirt, and then Sarah puts it on a hanger and puts it somewhere like on a window or
Yeah,
chair.
Yeah, like anything to do with merch or like graphic design with clothes stuff is pretty fascinating to me. There was a like I was saying, when I was doing a music video shoot at the bar earlier today, and this guy came in. He was like one of the last person to come in. And there was a wardrobe guy. And he had all these shirts, and they had put I think the music video was like the hook line was dough, like dough, dough, dough. They'd sing it over and over again. I can't remember how melodically that would go, but on the shirts were all like Church of Dough, Dough Roofing, and they were all like polos, and like one of them was like a minister's gown. It was just, I was like, wow, this is it's like, how much did you pay someone to do this? And the guy drove off in like an $80,000 Ram.
Okay.
And I was like, wow, you got to have that kind of money to just like make Church of Dough gowns.
We gotta do it all ourselves.
Yeah.
Church of Dough.
It just seemed very arbitrary for like, music video, but you do what you got to do, creativity hits.
Yeah.
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 So how long have you been making her merch?
A year?
At least. I started, the first ever stamp line cut I ever made was for RobinAugust, or for Nora and Nadia's band Eve's Curse. They asked me 4 hours before the show if I could make it.
That's how this stuff
crazy.
works, right? That's
Yeah.
I keep doing that to you.
I enjoy it. It makes me like have to start a new medium. Like, okay, yeah, I can do it. They were rehearsing, and I was just sitting there carving this like pomegranate on RobinAugust's floor, and we printed all of the shirts. One mistake, we did not use fabric ink, so I'm very sorry to all the people that bought those first shirts, because I'm sure they washed out a little bit.
Oh yeah, well they look vintage.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say.
Yeah, they're loved.
Yeah, you're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think RobinAugust mentioned something about you also making art zines.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
I started making zines. I think the first one was in like junior year of high school. My literature teacher was awesome. B. Troxel. She's also a musician. She let me do like a bunch of different art projects as well as essays, and that's what got me into it. And I like to make them with song lyrics, where it's just like art and then lyrics and stuff like that. But recently I've been doing a lot of birthday zines. Started when I made the first one for RobinAugust.
Nice
Oh, those
to
are
see you.
great.
Tote bag with your live
Those are
mom.
lovely.
Oh wow,
Oh, it's okay.
that is. I want one. You get one for my mom.
$30.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're kind of expensive, but that's what Lily says is a good price.
Okay.
And I trust.
Yeah.
Then this is just a random shirt with the stamp that...
This is great. That's a great color.
Yeah.
It really is.
So
Yeah,
my
nice
mom
choices.
goes thrifting in this Ohio
So
thrift store, 'cause my
soft.
family's from Ohio.
Yeah.
And they have this huge thrift store, and she'll go and get a ton of thrifted shirts and stuff using the money that we've made on previous merch sales. And then we have a day where we stamp it on.
Wow.
So where did the idea of going to LA come from?
Okay, so it's honestly been an idea for a bit, but I feel like when I go there, I feel like my personality is heightened. Like, I just want to, like, do things. Like, I want to go, go, go. And here, it's like, I don't know. I am always, very enthusiastic and big personality, but I'm not constantly, like, challenged. But also, like, the music scene here, I don't think is for me. Like, they're very...
How so? Yeah, go on. Elaborate.
Yeah, I love the music scene here, but it's very folk and very indie, very Pine Grove inspired. And my act is very theatrical and big, and
So you feel like you need more, like, be around more theater people a little bit. I mean, when you say theatrical, like, I think Meatloaf or,
Or like
you want to get real
glam.
theatrical.
Is it like glam rock kind of?
I would say even more like Riot Grrrl.
Oh,
Right.
wow. 90s throwback.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's definitely, there's definitely Alanis Morissette vibes in your music.
Yeah.
Yeah, more like that. And I think it's not, super honored in Nashville. And for a bit, I was in an all-girl rock band in high school, and we kind of made our own scene. And a lot of those girls have left and, gone to college. And I don't know, I just feel like I need to be around people who also want to be weird on stage.
Yeah.
And
Like you know about Gore, right? Gore, yeah. The band, Gore.
Oh.
Check out Gore.
okay.
If you haven't checked
Yeah.
out Gore, but like talking about theatrics,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even like Chappell Roan does it really well. Like her outfits are great. You know, I don't want to just go on stage in like a bolo tie and some jeans.
Yeah. So what
Love
is
that though. I'm gonna say I love it.
So what is your hot take on Chappell Roan? Like how do you see her coming into the?
I love her.
scene?
I think she's so awesome. I think that she's so needed in the South and for people who, I mean, just the fact that her music is, you know, LGBTQ and it's on the radio in like small towns. That's so cool that it's, you know, being gay is kind of becoming more normal. Because she's like the biggest artist right now. And same with Billie Eilish. Billie Eilish is out now as well. And so it's so cool that it's like that's just the mainstream now.
They had like the Brat Summer, and then Chappell Roan like just steamrolled with that Pink Pony Club song like right into the mainstream.
Yeah.
Is really well done. But I didn't really notice that the '80s synth stuff was coming back.
Oh my God.
For sure. Everywhere.
Of course, I get someone to load my jukebox. I don't.
Yeah.
You know.
Everything is so 80s right now. I'm not 80s, but I love it.
No, you're definitely more. It's more '90s rock kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I think Chappell Roan's really great, and I think she's super important, especially like she's a great role model for me because she's been working on it for so long, and like Pink Pony Club is like a very old song, and it's just now getting big, and that kind of.
So did she write that, or is you say old? So she wrote it a long time ago, right?
Yeah.
How long has she been performing that one? Do you know?
Yeah, I feel like it was 2020.
And it just blew up.
Yeah.
Just now blew up, and you know she was dropped by her original label, and now she's with Island, and it's just super inspiring to see like, you know, you can make a project and then it blows up 5 years later.
Oh yeah. I mean look at painters. I mean, like,
True.
It's like yeah, I painted this thing and then I died and now people care about it. You know, it happens. Music, it seems like there's a little more. You know, there's still. You can still be around when the stuff really kind of catches on.
Not for poor Nick Drake though.
Poor Nick Drake.
That is one of the saddest type of stories to me.
I'm in the dark. Who's Nick Drake?
What?
Yeah, go for it.
Do you know who Nick Drake is?
Yeah.
No, I don't know.
What? He's this amazing songwriter, I think from England.
Okay.
Yes.
I have no idea.
And he was just so amazing and great, and it's just perfect. And then he committed suicide, and then his music didn't get popular until after.
So when did he die? Like around what time?
I don't know.
I
I
have no
know that
idea.
he made all these songs, I think, in the 70s.
Okay,
Oh,
so
I could be
yeah.
so wrong,
Okay.
but I think it's like 70s.
So when did you discover Nick Drake?
My dad showed me him, I think, and then he kind of just became like my safe place for music.
Wow.
What about you?
I think I started listening like in 2020.
Yeah.
Honestly.
2020 was a good Nick Drake year. You just go outside, you light a candle, you listen to some Nick Drake.
Was 2020 when like he had a kind of his music had a resurgence?
I mean, like I guess with us.
Yeah, like in our
with
friend
your
group,
friend group.
yeah.
Yeah, passing around Nick Drake singles.
Exactly.
I think during, you know, the pandemic, we all had like a very spiritual awakening with each other. I don't think many can say they thrived during the pandemic, but I can say like I became so just zen. I struggle with anxiety hella. I'm not saying that it went away, but I definitely became way more in tune with my imagination again, like when I was a kid, and also like nature. And same with Lily, we would all just like get together and we would sit on
Ride
blankets.
bikes.
Yeah, it was simple. I mean, scary, obviously, but like we would just listen to Nick Drake and talk about fairies. We had a tarot class.
A tarot class.
Yeah.
Yeah, go on. What was that like? You said y'all just get together and teach each other stuff about tarot?
FaceTime. We started a coven
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
with Lux.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Yeah.
Yeah, everything was all on our phones, so it was like interesting being spiritual and also just texting people, being like, okay, so we're like manifesting this tonight. It's the pink moon. Yeah, it was a lot of like, I guess just getting to know ourselves again, like without everyone watching.
And and the immediate friend group kind of becomes a bigger deal. You know, because back when I was growing up, let's see, that would have been around the, like mid to late 90s when I was like, you know, a kid running around a neighborhood or something like that. And it was like riding bikes, being in the neighborhood, being, then the phone thing didn't start until, I guess, early 2000s, and I was verging into college. But you really did, I can imagine COVID for certain people who grew up with cell phones was kind of a renewal of that principle, like getting close to people that are actually close.
Yeah.
Because you're not making all these lofty plans with people online or through your phones to go hang out with, at a party or, concert.
As a kid, my imagination and yours, we've always been very, we always say we're connected. Like, our imagination is so large, and I feel like we kind of had, we weren't friends for a few years.
Oh,
and,
really?
yeah, during the pandemic, we became really close again because I think we also got back in touch with our own imaginations, which is kind of why we're friends, I would say. And, I don't know, we had this journal we would write back and forth to each other, and we started that back up in the pandemic because, I just feel like our minds quieted down in a way, and it was nice to reconnect with old friends who you were connected with because of that inner child voice.
Yeah.
Am I making sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that kind of leads me to kind of how I know you. So we were both at a party, and you went to school for music in Boston, right? Berkeley?
Mm-hmm.
And at the party, you kind of announced that you were going to pursue music full time. Mm-hmm. And I assumed that meant you came back to Nashville, and that's probably when you got reacquainted with Lily, wouldn't you say? Cause
What year was this? The solstice year?
it was 2022, maybe, or three.
Yeah.
That was when we got really close again. We had been friends pretty close, and we would text all the time and call, but when she moved back and we were kind of each other's person because everybody else was at college, I think. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So everybody else had left to go to school, and you guys were, because you'd come back. And so I guess 2020, did you already go to school, or you were still in high school in 2020, right?
I graduated 2021, then I went to Berkeley 2022 to 23, and then I was like, okay, I'm going to do this full time now. And I feel like I've known I'm going to do music my whole life, but that's when I was like, okay, I can't be in Boston doing this. Love Boston, but Nashville, I was like, why would I be in Boston sitting in a class about music theory when I literally live here?
Hey,
Right.
I tell people all the time, I got 2 degrees in music, and I tell people all the time, I was like, if you really want to do music, fuck the paper. So
true.
fuck the paper. Go find someone who's in the field that you want to take lessons from, maybe help curate what you're doing, get close to, and then just obsess about your craft, because you are your product in the music world. It's you're not. I mean, you can be trying to work on somebody else's, but that's there's not that many corporate music jobs unless you're writing TV scores or something like that. And I tell people all the time, it's why just. You can go to school, you can get it done. Don't get me wrong. I could probably, my resume might looks better when I'm trying to look for a job because I have 2 degrees, but not to say I wasted a lot of time, but I just don't think it was necessary to the degree, because you're in a room, you're getting taught by someone who's teaching a whole lot of people, and there's distractions. You have to go to gen eds, go do art, just do it.
I got some names to throw out to you that are Nashvillians, and I just want to get your thoughts, both of you, and their performers. Gayle?
ABCDFU?
Mm-hmm.
Yes!
Yeah.
I was in that music video.
Were you really?
Yes.
I thought so. So how was that experience?
That was awesome. I was turning 17, or no, I was turning 18 on the day that we shot it. And the guy I was dating at the time, his mom was like, she's a producer, and she called me and was like, we need an alt looking person. Do you want to do this?
Yes.
Whoa.
Yes.
And then I did it, and it was awesome.
Perfect. That's great.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Continuing on. Kesha.
Tell them.
Okay, one night we were two-stepping, at the Underdog. Is this what you're...
Yes.
Okay. And, you know, we're, like, all dancing with different partners, and we turn around, and there's Kesha just, like, dancing right there. She was so gorgeous.
She's one of my biggest inspirations.
Awesome.
Did you tell Brennan that? Because he was saying something about that to me. Did you?
No, she did not tell me.
Oh, okay. That
I
was.
love Kesha.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
I've known all her lyrics my whole life, and
Yeah.
I listen back and I'm like, oh my god, that's what that means.
You should not have been
Well,
listening to
Like,
that at that
holy
age.
shit, why did I know that?
I was telling Andrew, I was like, we need to get you on the podcast now because at the very least, you're the next Gayle or Kesha, potentially.
Damn, thanks.
Yeah. I'm glad those are compliments. They are.
Yeah.
They're meant to be.
Hope so.
Yeah. And so anyway, that's why I kind of want to throw it out. But I'm so grateful that you had personal experiences with each. I have a Kesha story too.
You do?
I do. Yeah. So when she was first coming out with her music, you know, no longer doing. I think she was doing backup vocals on the Flo Rida album.
Yes,
And-
you spin my head. Sorry.
Yeah, and so I was throwing a party. It was an art opening, and I got the owner of Electronic Express, like all the local chains. He came out with lighting and audio equipment because I had a DJ, Pimp Daddy Supreme, came
DJ
and
Pimp Daddy.
yeah, now he goes by PDS Mix. But anyway, he was one of the best DJs in town, whom I was friends with, and he often DJ'd my art shows.
Oh, cool.
And so the Electronic Express guy brought out all the audio, and he was like, I really like your vibe.
Brennan is everything and more. He enjoys life. You can tell he has a passion for what he does, and it just, he has this glow about him. You just want to be around him.
Probably one of the most fun-loving guys I know.
Brennan is a character, always has been, always will be.
And you work at Maxim. I'm like, yeah. He goes, I've got an idea for you. You should put Kesha in your publication. And this was before she was big, and I was like, what's a Kesha?
What's a Kesha?
Yeah, and
cereal?
yeah, I didn't know. I'd never heard that name before. Yeah, right?
Yeah, with orange juice.
So then, like, I was like, how do we set this up? But because of my response, that kind of shut that down, unfortunately. So we never got to feature Kesha in
trying to make up
Blender
for,
magazine or
Blunder.
Maxim.
That's
or,
what we're doing.
Yeah, Blunder with Blender. Yeah. Anyway, that's my Kesha story. And then the last one is, of course, probably the most obvious, Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Thoughts, feelings.
I love Taylor Swift.
I'll be smited if I don't say that.
I think she's a really, really smart business person.
Oh,
and I
sure,
think
yeah.
that for some fucking reason
I mean,
her name
isn't
triggers
she the last?
men.
Isn't she the last like global pop star in a sense? Like somebody was explaining that to me. Ever since a lot of the record companies have downsized or gone the way of the dodo, people feel that Taylor Swift is the last like Michael Jackson size pop
Probably.
star.
I mean, I think I feel very protective of Taylor Swift because I just like, you say her name and people get so triggered. I'm like, holy shit, why are you so triggered? It's because she's a successful woman. That's literally it.
She's in the consciousness of a lot of people for a musician, because what I've noticed in being in music is that the way it's done now is way more indie, and people will have like they'll record their stuff, they'll put it on Spotify themselves, they'll produce their own merch, and they'll do a lot. So like you'll have pockets where someone will have like pockets of people that really know them really well, and they'll work it, and they'll hopefully find a way to make a living doing that. But she's literally one of the last ones where it's like, I mean, she's like freaking Paul McCartney or Stevie Wonder or Michael Jackson, like global. Yeah. Like you don't go anywhere in the world in a lot of the civilized world not know who Taylor Swift is.
She has so many songs. There's no way you're not gonna not like one, and there's no way you're not gonna.
I like the one about Tim McGraw.
Wait. Oh yeah. Like you're gonna have to like one. She has so many. You know.
There are There are plenty of.
You're gonna have one you're
songs.
gonna like. You're gonna have one you're not gonna like.
Yeah,
That's
I
what
have
I meant to
opinions
say.
about
And so what is
her,
it?
but I respect her.
And she didn't she changed her sound at one point and got like she got the same producer that Alana Del Rey had, right? Didn't they start?
Why am I forgetting his name?
Jack Antonoff.
Yeah, Jack
Yes.
Antonoff. Thanks, Jack.
Thank you, Jack. Well, I will say, like, however you feel about her, you can't argue her success. And also, she did pay her dues. I mean, I was an editor of a magazine on Music Row. Later, I went to CMT, and believe it or not, I put her on the cover of CMT magazine, and she was a double billing with Def Leppard.
That's awesome.
And I remember thinking, what is Def Leppard doing? And then, like, about 6 months later, I'm like, Def Leppard is really smart.
Yeah, very.
So, LA, I have a roller girl friend that I need to put you in touch with. It's somebody that we want to get on the podcast, too. So, you'll have to say hello to Valerie Jepson for me. Tell her Brennan says hello. And then ask her about someone else that I think would be great on the podcast. It's that jump rope guru. His name is Hobo Mike.
Hobo Mike, the jump rope guru.
Yeah.
Y'all ask her.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like is he Beastie Boys inspired? Jeez.
Yeah, he lives on a boat on Old Hickory Lake.
Oh.
Yeah, isn't that wild?
That's cool. Hobo Mike, bro.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it reminds me of there was a homeless spoons performer, like spoons player, who used to performed with Frank Zappa back in the day.
Cool. I was trying to learn the spoons.
He's on a famous track. What is it? It's like Alice in Chains or something like
Oh
that.
yeah.
It's called Spoons or I don't know.
Wait, what? Okay.
Yeah, he's on a very famous alternative rock track. I just can't remember.
Yeah.
What.
Is it Spoon Man?
Might be Spoon Man. Yeah.
Oh man, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, who is that?
It's not Alice in Chains. It's the guy's dead now. Soundgarden, I think. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Soundgarden.
Yeah.
And he did just I saw you can go on YouTube and watch him play live, and it's pretty interesting. It really is. I mean, he taps that spoon anywhere on his body to make a sound.
Wow, that sounds right. That sounds like Spoon Man.
Yeah.
Let's talk about how many albums you've produced thus far and what your intentions are while you're in LA.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. So I made an album when I was 16 to 19 with my father in this very room.
I was imagining that happened at some point.
Yeah.
Called Avocado Head, and then I...
Avocado Head. How'd you come up with that?
Oh, wow. Okay, so I dated this guy who's actually my bass player now, Sam Johnstone. So,
Nice.
and he had this chalkboard on his house, and they would draw the regulars of the house on the chalkboard, like everybody's the siblings and their girlfriends and boyfriends, and whenever someone would break up with one of the siblings, they would erase them on the chalkboard and turn them into an avocado. And so the whole time I was dating him, I was like, I really don't want to be an avocado.
Please don't do it to me.
And then I was, and that's why.
And that experience led to songs.
Yes. I'm in a band called Eve's Curse, and we have an album as well, also recorded in the studio. And then I was in a all-girl rock band in high school. Don't listen to that album.
Listen to that album.
Why not?
Because we were 14 and we learned our instruments for that band.
Oh.
I mean, you could, but like it's
My mom loves the album.
Yeah.
really. Oh yeah.
She
can
popular.
relate.
She can't.
Also recorded in here, but now I actually recorded an album last year. Lily was here for all of it with my now boyfriend Elijah Wales. I keep dating producers. It's a problem.
They're it's a utilitarian way of being.
Right. Anyway, we recorded an album. I have so many freaking songs. Trying to figure out what to do with them right now. That's kind of what I'm trying to figure out. Yeah. But do I make them into EPs? Do I release all of them? Do I keep making songs? And I think
you should quit now.
And I think I'm gonna quit and become a chiropractor.
Oh,
I'm gonna be a masseuse. She's gonna be a chiropractor. We have to figure it out.
But I'm going to LA, figure my shit out.
Yeah.
Figure out if I want it to be an album. Figure out if I want it to be EPs. The 2 songs that I played will be on that. So, don't know.
Okay.
Up in the air. I know I need to release something.
So what music is in LA that made you go, that's me?
Yeah. What acts? What bands? What albums?
I don't think I look at LA and I'm like, that's me.
Okay.
You just want to do something different.
Yeah, I don't know if I look at anywhere and think that's me.
Yeah.
But you know that you want.
It's
you know that you want it, that you're the scene here isn't one that you want to. It's like you want to be a part of something different.
I want to be part of something bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel weird saying that because I feel like
Well, Nashville is technically smaller than LA. It does have a very high ceiling, but it is small.
Yeah.
Something about LA that I like is that it is not just about the music, it's about the fashion and it's about the world that you create.
You said the theatrics. You know,
Yeah. And I love, like, I have like songwriting. Like that's just what has been the most important thing to me my whole life, and that's what's the most important thing to Nashville. What I think is getting me to go to LA is that for me it's not just the music, it's like what I wear and like my makeup and what I do on stage, the performance, the story I'm telling.
That's what motivated Prince. Prince was all about world making.
Yeah, the videos, the photos. And I feel like the only person in Nashville who kind of gets that is Lily. And also I think it'll be nice to go there because like I had a session there and I took out a notebook and everyone was like, "What? You have a notebook? Like you're writing in a notebook?" And I was like, "Yeah." And they thought that was the craziest thing that I brought a notebook. So I'm going to bring a little of Nashville with me.
So what do they write their songs in?
Like their phone.
Oh my
phone.
God.
How do you read your
Google
phone?
Doc.
But how do you read it? Like, how do you look at it? Like, I mean,
I don't know. Like
while you're doing it, I mean, it has
you just stare at on your phone the whole time.
Yeah.
But like, I'm gonna bring some of Nashville with me and bring my damn notebook.
I'm glad.
You know?
That's good to know.
Little things.
Yeah. Because you're a student of your craft, and that's kind of what Nashville teaches you.
Right.
Yeah. Well, you're always welcome back. This is you finding yourself and chasing your muse, and I think that's okay.
And I'm gonna come back.
So so you said you did a session over there. Like, so what was that? What was that about? What was it like?
I've been doing lots of sessions. It's fun. You get in a room, you have a top liner, which is basically another writer there, and you have a producer, and we sit in a circle, and I say, "Okay, what have you guys been going through?" And they'll say what they're going through. And I think that's also very Nashville. And then I'll be like, "Okay, I'm going through that too, but a little differently," and then we'll kind of find a common ground on what we're all going through so that we can all write from a place of what we're passionate about at the time. That's what I like to do.
So a lot of co-writes are kind of like, it's like a story, if you meld like 3 stories together. Right? It's like, so it's never like autobiographical to the
Or
fullest.
it's my story and I just want to know what they can relate to.
Oh, I see. You're like, let me borrow this. Okay.
I'm like, okay, you get that? Okay, let's write about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it depends. Like one time I went to a session, I was crying because I was having a panic attack. You were there. Lily was there. Dropped me off.
LA.
Yeah. I was crying. I was scared. I have, attachment issues. And
You're not staying.
And then I went in the session, I wrote about it. And then that felt so much better. So sometimes it's like, thanks. Sometimes it's like, what's everyone in this room feeling? And sometimes it's like, I have to write about this. Please help me. Yeah, that was a lot.
Yeah, they kind of take it over. They take over the session depending on how sad they are.
Yeah.
And so you just like, how'd that start? How did that come about, going out there and doing that?
One of my best friends is named Violet Lewis, and she's an A&R out there. And she's going to be on top of the world very soon.
Awesome.
We went to Berkeley together, and she got me those sessions.
Was she also in songwriting?
Yeah, but she's an A&R at Position Music.
Yeah.
And she helped get those, she helped me get those sessions. She a badass, you'll hear her name worldwide.
Yeah, shout out to her.
Shout out Violet Lewis.
Yeah. Now, speaking of labels and things, are you pursuing any, or are they pursuing you? Is that something you can talk about?
Yes.
Okay.
Short and sweet.
All right.
In the middle of all of that right now.
Okay.
So
well, congratulations.
I don't know anything, but
Wishing you the best.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah. Look out for yourself.
I will.
Okay.
I think that honestly, living in Nashville has taught me to just be scared.
Yeah, I mean, you grew up in the business, so it's like, you know.
And so whenever I tell anyone, like, yes, there's some interested, they'll be like, fuck, like, be careful. And so, like, it's honestly sometimes hard to even be excited because I'm so scared.
Yeah, my dad moved here trying to be a lyricist, and he was in the hospitality business, so he already had 1 kid and then had 3, so he never quite fully went into it. He eventually did write columns. But, there's one thing he learned very quickly is that they would buy someone in order to bury them. Mm-hmm. That is a strategy with some people. They're like, all right, well, we've got this person, and they're a lot like this other person, and if we buy this person and bury them, then we'll, the whole goal of the contracts is to avoid that exact scenario.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard hella horror stories.
Yeah.
So
I actually had a moment like that where, and this is artistically, like visually, as an artist and painter, my work started taking off in Hillsborough Village, and a local sort of tastemaker within the songwriting world and a record label had bought my work, and it's like, you need to meet my dad because he's the one that signed Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings, Chris Christopherson, all these people. And I was like, I would love to meet your dad. I don't know quite how it's relevant, but I'll do it regardless. And so he was like, yeah, he can tell you a few things because I can tell you're on your ascendancy. And so I met with him, and this was at the Trace, which is non-existent now, but was a real like taste-making kind of place where a lot of music row execs and musicians would hang out. And so he like coached me on what to do. And one of the things that he told me, and he was probably right, but I think you'll identify with my reaction to this. It was like, you know, sometimes I do, and you probably do, rebellious songs. I do rebellious art sometimes. That's my statement, you know. And a lot of times they could be borderline offensive or, you know, something that's kind of racy or whatever. Mm-hmm. But that's what I want to get across, right? And he was like, leave that stuff alone and just, you know, paint things that people are going to want to buy, that you want to see out.
Hell no.
And I couldn't do it. And I'm still like, you know, I mean, that's why I'm showing work at the Villager, is because, like, you know, I just sold a painting of Park Crappy, with just a protest to all the paid parking that killed 5 Points over here.
Amen.
Howdy.
And, you know, it's like, hey, I'm going to continue to do that.
Paid parking outside of Portland Brew, bro.
Yeah, right? I mean, you know, it's like, so you want me to pay twice for coffee?
There,
yeah. So anyway, so talk about any of your rebellious streak in your work or any of your catalog.
That's a good question.
Yeah.
A lot of people, I think, right now are very like, we're going to hold our guitar and sing about our dead dog. And I'm tired of that. I'm tired of the singer-songwriter thing. Like,
so really.
Phoebe Bridger knockoffs. Love Phoebe Bridgers. Do I like the knockoffs? Not so much. I think that what's rebellious for me is writing about real shit and pursuing it in a big way. I've been made fun of my entire life for doing stuff on social media and performing in like a ginormous way and being my ginormous self. And honestly, in that in itself is a rebellion, is just to be myself, authentically myself. Am I missing anything?
That seems pretty good.
Yeah, but we also have like a little thing that we're trying to do, but now I'm not so sure because I'm moving.
I mean, it'll still continue.
It'll still happen, but we've written some songs. We want to start a band called Typo Wipo.
Ooh.
But
it's like performance, I don't know, just kind of everything crazy that we don't know where else to put it.
Like, we like Butoh, the type of dance that's like
originated in the 50s in Japan.
Yeah, the death dance?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
That
just
You know, the death dance.
That can kill you if you let it. If you don't know what you're doing, that can kill you.
Well, like
What's going
just
on
the
there?
concept in general,
Yeah.
of like taking something that is really ugly and performing it. Like we took a class once when we were in high school from our amazing modern teacher,
Yeah.
Ashley
Wallace.
But just really like investigating, you know, the really ugly, hard parts of your life and not making it romanticized for other people, like letting people be uncomfortable
Yeah.
with the art that you're expressing because the emotion you're feeling that caused you to make it is uncomfortable and scary.
Yeah.
Well, we would like for you to pursue that and perhaps perform it for us at the Villager in a sequel
love
to this
to.
podcast. Would y'all be up for that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think something that we both struggled with, let me know if you tell me to shut up if it's too personal, but like you know, being around a lot of boys and being friends with a lot of boys, which we are friends with a lot of boys, is like you start to feel they don't do it on purpose. I think it's more what we've been taught growing up as women.
How we've been socialized.
Yeah, is that kind of what gives us our power, is our beauty. And so I think, became friends with these guys really closely last year and subconsciously realized that I guess, were focusing more on how we looked more than usual. And so we did things like bleached our eyebrows and like...
Which it's still bleached.
Cut. Yeah, we both have bleached eyebrows. Cut.
Yeah, I remember seeing people do that for the first time. When you run a bar, you like see the trends come in.
Yeah.
Do
Been
rat
doing it
tails,
since day
but basically, Lily said something to me that I think I will take with me forever. Is like, is when you start to feel like you are dressing for other people, make yourself look ugly. Because you say it. Please say it. I can't do it justice.
It might disarm them.
Yeah, like, I don't know, the second you start, like, if I put on an outfit and I'm like, this person's gonna be there, and I know how they're gonna perceive me, and I want them to think I'm pretty so that they listen to me and, like, actually make eye contact with me. Instead, I don't let myself change what I'm looking like or what I'm talking about, and in fact, I, like, lean the other way and make myself uncomfortable so that I don't start to slip into like covering myself up, because I did that for years and it made me so sad and nobody actually listened to me anyway. So just like,
I know I've got a twin, so like what I've experienced is I always dress more business than Toby. I call Toby's look kind of heroin chic. So it's like hoodies and jeans and just always like kind of like,
yeah.
Well, Toby's persona is disarming.
Mm-hmm.
So people will carry on conversations with him. Like they can get lost in a conversation with Toby. Me, I'm much shorter with people, but I do feel like dressing up all the time or trying to like dress to impress all the time does lead to they might give you a sense of authority to other people, but it might not be. It's not exactly open.
Mm-hmm. I think for like as women, it's like, for men, wow. For us, we're not in actual positions of power most of the time. And so we have been conditioned to believe that what gives us power is being confident. For example, like that whole
feeling
trend.
Empowered.
Yeah. Like girl boss. Like when you talk about someone who's super
queen.
confident. First off, girl boss. Why
boss.
do you have to say girl boss? Why can't you just say boss? Second off.
No, I hadn't thought about that.
Yeah. Second off, it's like when you look at a man and he's in a position of power, you're like, holy shit, he's the president. Oh my God, he is in charge of this place. But for a girl, it's like, yeah, she's walking in her high heels and blah, blah, blah. And so we've been conditioned in modern feminism too. I think we've accidentally leaned into like, she's slaying so hard. Look at her. Her butt looks so good. And we've like, I think it's also great, to have body positivity, but we've also started to see like that body positivity is the only thing that gives us power instead of actually being in positions of power. I talk about this so much. But yeah, and so I think a part of us for our rebellion is like dress as crazy as possible. But even in that, it's like, what's that doing?
Or I like came to realize this from accidentally dressing weird, but like we were going, you were like, do you want to go to this party? And we had just gone to goth night, and so I had full white face paint, I was in a red suit, and my hair was green, and obviously, and it was like all crazy, and it was this regular East Nashville high school summer party, and we walked in, and I realized I wasn't socially anxious because people already saw me for everything I was visually, and so they wouldn't, like, they're gonna be freaked out by that, and then it's done.
I felt cool as hell.
Yeah, and then I was like,
we looked cool as hell, and everyone loved it.
Which goth party was this? Was the one that Lux produced?
It was Fascination Street. Just goth night,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I used to go to the one that Lux produced. And
I know I wanted to go to that.
Yeah. Oh, they were great. They were really.
She does the goth parties.
She used to, at the Blue Room, Jack White's Third Man Records. Oh yeah. Maybe she'll just do one for old time's sake.
Do it for us.
Yeah, she was real experimental. Like Jack White's drummer came and drummed all night to goth and played goth live.
That's so
And
I
it
need
was
live
so cool.
music because
Yeah.
at Fascination Street the music is always too quiet and I want to feel it.
We move around the floor and we're like, we can feel it here. No, okay, there's the bass. Okay, and then we like stand.
Music is. I don't really like. What's the point of music if you can't feel it in your body?
So you go to shows, right? Because some musicians don't.
Yeah, we go to shows. That's what it's all about for. I think for both of us. Again, it's the performance aspect of it. And get back to the thing about rebellion is like I think a lot of artists stand there and they sing their songs. I want you to feel it. I want like to go off the audience energy and make it an immersive experience that when you leave you leave like feeling something.
What's the last show you guys go to shows together?
Yeah.
What's the last show y'all went to?
I will say one of the artists in the shows that we've gone to together that have like really struck us in that way is Baby Wave. That's a Nashville
Baby
Artist.
Yes, they're so great.
All right.
All of the musicians in that band are incredible.
So what is it about Baby Wave? I don't know about them.
They stare you down. They're weird. They have projections in the background. They're
like, you know, I don't know. You don't expect every choice they make.
Yeah. And the lead singer is just, you can't stop watching her.
She's incredible.
That's important.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
One show, she had this pantyhose that she had put on her face that she had drawn makeup on, and it was actually like terrifying. I was right in the front, and I had
like she
I've
had
seen
broken
people
into
do
your
that.
house to kill you.
Yeah, no, but it was amazing. And she's like stomping in her platform boots with the bass.
Yeah, she's very expressive, but at the same time, sometimes deadpan.
Yeah.
So you like have to watch to see what she's gonna do next.
Yeah.
And the whole band is so great.
Yeah.
The drummer, Jake, yeah, he also is
sings.
like performing and going crazy even in the drums.
Yeah.
On the drums. He's inside of the drum. Just kidding. Yeah, they're all really great. We love them.
All right, we got Baby Wave. What's another one?
Baby Wave is like the main one,
Yeah.
low key.
Yeah.
Like main local one, right?
Let's see. Stunt Girl is doing cool
Yes.
things.
Great name.
It's a duo.
Okay.
Bass and guitar, and then they have like a little track. They just play their tracks and they play to them, and they're really cool.
Total Wife.
Oh, I like Total Wife.
Yeah.
I've got their entire catalog.
Yeah.
Yeah. I am one of those rare individuals who, in addition to listen to music digitally, also listen to the radio, and the local radio scene here has gotten infinitely better. So WNXP actually featured them once on the radio, and I just happened to be listening, and I liked that song, and I'm like, I'm also the kind of person that still goes on iTunes and buys all of their music.
Thank God.
You were the saint.
Oh, I wanted to just touch on something that you mentioned earlier. You were talking about feminine beauty and like where you are with it now as you're coming into your own. We're excited for your talents and your perspectives.
Thank you.
Yeah. What albums can they find out there? What websites?
Yeah,
what can we look
plug
forward
yourselves,
to?
guys.
Yeah.
RobinAugust, R0BenAugust on Instagram. And on Spotify, RobinAugust. You got Avocado Head, my old album.
Yes,
New
I got
music
it.
coming out.
Yeah.
Eve's Curse is my side band.
Okay, my name is Lily Sakaris. You can find my art on Instagram at _www.moss.edu_.
All right, guys. Well,
Thank you so much. Yeah. Thanks for having us.
definitely.
Let's get a bagel.
There's nowhere to escape when all the music fades. I love you just the same. The
Yeah.
Thank you.
Very nice.